Good afternoon, kids. I have spent much time contemplating the choices I have made throughout my life and why I have made them. Most of these decisions have been made out of necessity, or so I thought at the time, and some have been made out of sheer pleasure. I have held meaningless jobs and have held very necessary and meaningful jobs. I have owned homes and I have been virtually homeless. I have owned nice vehicles and I have owned junkers. All this being said, the times I have been truly happy with my life are the times I was pursuing the very things necessary for survival in a world without all the conveniences of modern life. The time spent growing my own food, hunting game, fishing, trapping, hold more meaning and value to me than any other times in my life. Now, don't misunderstand and think my family takes second seat to this, as they do not. I have always geared my activities towards those which I enjoy, albeit doing things that I found to be unpleasant but necessary have been included in these decisions. I have found it difficult to put into words the emotions and pleasures I feel when engaging in these pursuits. Until recently, that is. I do enjoy a challenge, so I'm going to attempt this very thing. On November 3rd this year, my wife and I were out scouting a new area and setting some beaver traps when my heart decided to give me fits. I was too tired to walk and didn't care if I even took another breath. I found an old cottonwood tree to sit propped up against and decided to rest there. As I sat there, I looked over the area and felt sorrow. Not for myself, but for those who would have to carry me out of there if I didn't make it. I actually felt more at peace at that moment than I can ever remember. Why? Because I was doing something I loved and was with my wife. Needless to say, I did make it out of there alive. I believe happiness in my life comes down to values, not so much what material things I place value in, but in the things nature itself has to offer. I have lived most of my life on the fringes of society, looking in but not wanting to take an active part in all the chaos of everyday living. Hurrying here and there, putting importance into meaningless things, it just never has been acceptable to me. My world, as I prefer it, is a quiet world. A world where you can hear what is around you and understand it. A world where my daily struggles are not finding a parking place, but in finding a comfortable place to park my backside to better take in my surroundings. There is a certain elation I feel when I see a rising trout, or actually feel the warmth of a sunrise on a frosty morning, knowing full well I have lived to see another day. There is walking through the brush, head down, looking for the tracks that will tell you the animal you pursue is indeed living there, and then trying to understand why it was there in the first place. There's a feeling of warmth from a fire, crackling in its existence, and the chill on your back as you stare into this fire, pondering the day's activities. Or even simpler things like a fresh trout frying in the pan and the smell of coffee first thing in the morning. These are the sorts of things that add meaning to my life. As we sit here and watch the goings-on in this beautiful little city, I realize that our lives as we know them will at some time simply end. The remnants of what we do here today will make someone else ponder life, its trials and tribulations, what is good and what isn't so good. That survivor will be the one who understands the true value of what life has to offer. He will be the one who understands the meaning and importance of those tracks in the mud, the one who knows how to trap that animal, or catch that fish, or how to kill that deer to feed his family. The values which those people down there in this city put on their lives are not the values I choose to pursue in my life. I simply cannot feed that monster. Thanks for watching.